What's up, party people? I think my audio is working good. All right, we're doing another stream. Getting back into the swing of things. We used to do this every Sunday, every week. We're doing Coding with Fire, and now it feels so weird. It feels like sort of dusting away cobwebs to be streaming in the open again, but it feels good. I'm glad to be back. So this is part 2. We were doing another project in bulk. Last time I was doing a lot of the data work, a lot of the mise en place, if you will, cooking metaphors. And basically I was just getting all of the data in the right place. Oh, I was having a lot of fun with GitHub Copilot. I'm excited for that. Basically we got the View app running. I tried to make things appear for an extremely long amount of time. And then I left because that was very frustrating. And, I did a little bit more work. I also did some work off stream. We're drawing lines now. We're drawing things. I did that. It wasn't that much fun to watch. So things are working again. So I thought this would be a fun place to jump back in or whatever. So basically where we're at, last time we added the boundary data, we added the demographic data. Let me bump back and explain why we did all that. So we have the demographic data. This is a dot density map, and we're showing a dot for every 150 people, and you can turn that up or down if you want. If you wanted to have a dot for every 440 people, for example. And they are colored by the race. So in every census tract, I know how many total people there are and how many of each race based on that census data. And I just draw a dot randomly within that census tract, and that's how you get this dot density map. And then there's another piece of that, which is this sort of wind force layout visualization. And what that's based on wind data, speed and direction, and it's shooting out from one source right now. So that you could imagine might be a source of pollution, wind-borne pollution, and we're sort of simulating where it might go. So on this particular day, the wind is blowing to the southeast at a certain amount, and we're sort of seeing the people that it affects. And to see the people it affects, we're going to combine the two maps together, and this is where it gets really fun. So as the wind blows, we're going to uncover the dots of the people that are affected, and we should be able to sort of see maybe the demographics that are applied. Observable is really fun because you can play with lots of things very easily, so you can see what it looks like if you multiply the this is the composite view of the two together, so you could show the difference. Color dodge, none of the other ones are too good. X or basically destination in uses the top layer as a mask, which is I think a cool effect, or multiply overlays this wind simulation on top of it. You get a sort of cool overlay effect. These other ones aren't too good. But basically, the whole point of this whole shebang, the whole live stream that's going on right now, is that I want to take this prototype that I made in Observable, and let me republish that, and I'll drop it in the live stream chat in a second. I want to take this prototype and turn it into a View app, which I can then publish and make reusable in a bunch of different ways. And I've talked about this with different people, and it's a process I haven't seen documented in other places, and I just think it's fun to do. So I wanted to just put that on record. It sounds like it's important, but it's not. I just wanted to get a little recording of what it's like to do that process. So we're going to take this Observable notebook and continue on our journey to trying to make it a View app. And so what we've done so far is we sort of laid the groundwork to do those two things. There's a lot of additional work to be done, but we sort of have the basics going. I'm going to make myself comfortable. I'm also going to watch a podcast that you can't hear because of copyright law and the whatnot, but if I laugh or enjoy myself because this funny podcast in the corner is making me laugh, that's what's going on. I'm not I mean, coding is fun, but it's not always so funny. We'll see what Copilot does. I've been really enjoying Copilot. Copilot was trying to help me make my to-do list before, and it's not good at that. It is not good at helping me make the to-do list. So let's see. Let me make sure I have my chat open in case somebody cool comes by. That happened last time. I'll pop this out. All right. So we got our chat over here just in case something fun happens. So what are we looking at? Run this question. Basically, we have two, well, yeah, no, we have one data source, but we have two maps that are overlaid together. So let me just comment them out and we can do them one by one. One of them is a canvas, and it's 1200 by 600, and it draws these beautiful pink lines that I don't think anybody really loves. Maybe I should make it fill. Anyway, and then we have a canvas element. Let me uncomment that, put this back. Render, render, render. Broken, broken, broken. So what's up with that? All right, just put them both back for a second, see what happens. Now everything's broken, nothing works. Ruined everything. Gotta love it. Just restart, turn everything off and on. So you know we're serious. All right, now we can see things again. Always a great sign. So I showed you what the canvas looks like. Can we see what the SVG looks like? Can you bless us with just the SVG view? You don't mind. Doesn't like my JSON? It's weird. It's because my SVG does. I mean, that's a ridiculous reason. That doesn't make any sense. I'll restart one more time. I love that it worked. I was like getting so much done. And I was like, oh, I'm getting so much done. Let me like start streaming now. Other things are going great, and then everything immediately breaks in a way that makes zero sense to me. Gotta love it. So let me uncomment canvas because that was working. Maybe I just shouldn't. Maybe I'm taking it apart to show you is a stupid idea. Just restarting everything over and over. Truly gotta love it. I'm tempted to like kill Chrome. No, it's not gonna have view, is it? All right, so it says it's unhappy. I probably like didn't close a tag or something based on the way it's unhappy. We have a canvas. We also have a linter, and it says no problems have been detected, which is, it never says that. So, all right, what's going on here? It's in mounted. Oh, probably erroring. Why are we erroring? Oh, I wonder if Apple fucked my data while I was sleeping, like it sometimes does. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, Apple's like, wow, that file's very large. Let's rob it from your file system so that the things you're working on break. And it appears that's what's happened. You see this little icon? See this little thing? That says it's not on my computer and therefore not going to load in my app. Really cool stuff. Thank you so much for giving me my files. No wonder you couldn't read it. Classic. Best operating system in the world. Really great stuff. I'm just like restarting the server over and over, like, why doesn't it work? All right, so you got some boundaries going. Where was I? I started at the beginning. We have a canvas. It draws pink lines. You already remember the pink lines. I'm going to show you that again. But we have an SVG. Let's see what the SVG looks like by itself once it loads correctly and renders in 3,000 minutes. We should look into what that takes forever. Okay. That's our SVG. Do we give them a fill? Let's fill it with yellow, because I believe I'm stroking the SVG in yellow. Yes. Yellow is for SVG and pink is for canvas in our new world. New world of my creation. Tea. Very exciting. I was looking for snacks before. There's no good snacks. I Googled best snacks for live streaming. No good answers there. Cannot read get context of undefined. Oh, that doesn't seem good. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense actually. It's because it's trying to draw on a thing that doesn't exist. So let's do style visibility hidden. I believe that's how that works. And then this one's just confusing, so I'm gonna delete it. Oh man, this live reload really takes forever. And I forgot to, oh my God, what a terrible suggestion. Copilot, I don't know if you guys saw that maniacal idea. Like, okay, great. That was great. So it looks like we have the SVG, maybe, and we can also make it not fill. Like we could, here's what we'll do. We will fill with the canvas and we will stroke with the SVG. It's really cool that it's all lining up. Also, I should put the width and height in the data too. Width 1200, height 600. You're so smart, Copilot. I like when it does that. All right, so let's find every time we said 1200. Oops. Did we say it again? Yeah, we did. Whatever, that's not a good example. This width. Oops, excuse me. Pardon. This height. Looks like our SVG is rendering, but not our camera. Did I not give it a fill style? I did not put that. Nobody needs these things because we're not a pinkerer. Copilot wrote that. I need a better name for Copilot than Copilot. Not a very good name for it. Oh, that's... All right, so we're making pink fills with canvas, and we're making black outlines with SVG, if I recall correctly. Again, once this monstrosity loads, can't get context, we'll try again. Try again. Because all your elements exist. I want to hear it. I guess I can make this bigger for us. Okay, what's the problem? This.context equals this.canvas.context. Huh. Seemed like everything was like sort of working there, and then it gave up. Decided to start over. Kind of a weird way to go about things. All right, let me drop in the notebook though. This is the notebook. Okay, so it looks like we're drawing SVG lines. Yes, we are. Great. I wish that we were drawing fills in the canvas. Skin path, fill. That's how you make things appear. If I recall correctly. What's up with that? Well, might as well have the stroke back. See what happens. Oh, and I guess actually do it. Our to-do list does not need to be so large. Oh, I did this. That's what we're looking at right now. All right, that already happened. That's in the past. Just keep on trucking. Oh my God, why does this take forever to fucking load? There needs to be, someone needs to answer for it. Is it recording? It's like Chrome is overwhelmed right now. What's happening? What is this? This seems like it's ruining my life. Oh, OBS and Google Chrome are using all, not even, fucking 71% idle. Use the computer better. Is it the RAM? Not even. Numbers? Oh, I should close numbers. Get out of there. Yeah, I don't need to have that open. It's ridiculous. And Google Chrome, not even using a gigabyte? Who knows how computers works? All right, stop doing that. Ridiculous. Profile for 43 seconds. Nobody needs that. I'm gonna play my podcast and hang out. Yeah, so like what's going on here? It's like logging? Like what is it doing right here? Make this enormous. What what is it doing? Why is it? What the fuck? Oh. Okay, so let me understand this. So it was drawing fine. This takes 11 seconds. Why does it do that? That's not good. All right, it's my first method. There's got to be some explanation for why it. Oh, it's because I do this filter instead of a map. It's because I'm a bad programmer. Maybe I'll ask GitHub Copilot. I'll ask GitHub Copilot how to do it the right way. I need to figure out first how to describe what I need to do to anyone. First you and then the robot. I guess it's kind of computed. I need to pause this. It's very hard to concentrate with the podcast playing. Yeah, why does this take so long? This anonymous function. What's this anonymous function doing? A bunch of other anonymous functions. So that would be this guy, and then it's doing this guy a whole bunch, and this shit takes forever. So I think I'm gonna make a map and computed properties. That's gonna be calm down. Calm down, robot. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. It's gonna be make a map. Look up geocode by geoid. Go for it. Not a terrible start. I'm just humoring. I'm humoring the robot because I want to give it a try. Maybe it'll learn. So it's making me an object, and then for census tracts data, I don't think that's the right. I guess it is. Let's not, I'm not gonna make it computed yet. What I am gonna do is try and do this in a more intelligent way. Because the filter is terrible. So let me write this backwards like a cool person. So it'll be graphic. You think find will work better? Better than filter? All right, great suggestion, GitHub Copilot. Let's see how that works. All right, seems like it's still taking forever, so I don't think the difference between find and filter. It's also geocode. Graphic data find d dot. All right, this is very confusing. Fine. So B will do CT for census tract. And then we'll do this. Doesn't need to return. Nothing showed up. It just did a measurement of nothing that nothing showed up useful. So that doesn't work. Put my filter back. Copilot's doing a great job, making tremendous suggestions. Oh, and it's not going to be 0. It's just going to be the element. Hey, I fixed that already. Stop All right, no errors. That's a great sign. How come our canvas is not rendering? Oh, because the style visibility hidden. All right, now if we turn that back off, it's still so slow. Hey. All right, so what we're looking at, and we can do this, and I guess do it in Chrome easier than in VS Code, but basically we have two DOM elements. One is a canvas, and one, check it out, got our SVG, we'll do visibility hidden, right? So our canvas is just this little pink bit, super fun. And then if we make it visibility hidden, and we turn the SVG back on, the SVG is just the lines. So we got two maps for the price of one. And I find that kind of exciting. Sort of laying the groundwork for some cool stuff. We can turn off our hideous borders now. And now we have to continue on our quest of making the map look like this. We need to add our dot density logic in. Let's see. I do have the logic to do that in a function, and I will just copy this directly into my methods in Vue. So to the question of how do you do the process of making an observable notebook into Vue, a lot of it for me is just copying cells into methods. And so I'm just going to do that. And one of the things that jumps out to me is that I need turf, and I need turf in a lot of ways. And I also need to remember how to include turf. It would be so much easier just to look up how I did this in another recent project. All right, let's see. No, do it in a new window. Don't close this project. Map. Jesus, so many things. Turf. Not turd, turf. Turf. This is not helpful. All right, this is how I did it last time. And that would have taken me so long to figure out. So we can do npm install save turf, not turf, turf/turf, not try run. Not helpful to me. Robots keep suggesting mildly helpful things, but they're often so wrong. All right, so, okay, I was copying my comment then. So we have our methods, we have generate density. I mean, it's a weird way to do that, but whatever. Assistant clear, just to format that real quick. All right, bunch of errors. Let's solve them one by one. Properties is assigned a thing but never used. All right. Well, actually, let's handle this in a slightly different way. We can change people per point. Reference a data variable, and we'll add it to data. Great suggestion on the comment. Is a comment, here's a philosophical question for everyone. Okay, I'll tweet it because I feel very smart. I already forgot it. I'm such a fucking moron. I got so excited. About my fun idea, but I forgot what it was. I'm a moron. Anyway, let's solve our problems. I don't know why I'm getting so into this. All right, 85. I already deleted it. I'll remember my philosophical question later. I got mostly tripped off on how I pronounced it wrong, and I couldn't think past that. Property is never defined. Observable point is never defined. Oh, philosophical question. I remembered it again. If a robot can write your comment, is that useful as a comment? I can't even spell it. Philosophical question. If all right, I made half the tweet a parenthetical, but what are you going to do? Trust the process. Back to having fun. So properties assigned to value. People point is not a thing, except we made it a thing, and then we fixed the thing. Chance is not defined. All right, we can import chance as well. Install save chance. Where's our imports? Import chance. Chance. I think it might be capital and then chance equals. Yes, yes, very smart. Race scale entities is not defined. That's another thing that we'll add. This is basically our scale for the different colors for the different populations in each shape. So we'll add that to data. I guess we'll add it at the bottom. I guess we'll add it at the top. Yeah, so we'll just make it a const and add it to the end. Scale entities, and it'll be like a list of demographic types for demographic biz. All right, any more errors? We're error hunting. Race scale entities is defined. It is defined. Don't fuck with me. That's a lie. It's a lie and a rumor that you've been telling people recently that it's not defined. I won't stand for it. God damn, I gotta make this faster. Drinking all my water. Everything still loads though, it's great. Always a great sign. So we added generate density, and all of our shapes are rendering. Let's, I guess we don't need to hide our SVG borders. They're fun. They're fun and we enjoy them. Let's check our to-do list. It says add pollution sources, but I'm tired of adding data. I want to make cool things exist. So we're going to do make dot density is work in canvas map. That's what we're doing right now. We're making the dot density work. So that entails generate density for each boundary feature, and then that's pretty much right, robot, but I would say render density to map instead. It is sort of like having an assistant who's sort of dumb, but I wouldn't call, it's not entirely unpleasant. Okay, so we have turf, we got chance, nobody's complaining about anything. We never called generate density. Let's figure out how we use it in the notebook. When do we call generate density? Let's check our little mini map. When do we call generate density, little mini map? We write it here, and then we call it in shapes with data. That makes sense. Ooh, we have a thing that's like shapes with data. We make our own shapes with data. Fun. Look, it's like a lot of the code that's over here. So let's get rid of the stuff that we don't need anymore. So basically, this is saying let's generate the density if we find data, and that's all right. And it's got generate density, so b dot points. What the fuck? Nobody needs that code. That seems bad. Whoever makes data to census. Okay, that makes censorship with data. So we can expect that and inspect that in the view inspector and expector. All fun stuff. Anybody answer my philosophical question? No, nobody cares about my dumb tweets. Should have figured. So census tracks with data. Do they have points? That's what we're looking for. Census shapes with data. We want points, and it's going to be a bunch of features that we made in turf long ago. Properties. We're also not slicing the GeoID when we do our. How do you? That's not right. It's like 0, 1, 2. I guess 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6 to 11, I guess. Give that a try. Give that a shot, you know? See what happens. Show me my view inspector, please. Still not getting census. All right, let's see what this looks like. All right, let's just follow this through in the console and see what it looks like. So census data by geocode should be like a map of all the geocodes, and you can like look that shit up. It's undefined though, which makes sense why nothing else works. That explains a lot. What's a row look like? Yeah, that is what I want. Thank you, robot, except you introduced weird bug robot. I bet it's because I'm not doing properties. It's probably row.properties ID, I guess. No, it is. That's right. It's not GeoID, it's geocode. So that geocode equals row. Great, let's try that. All right, so what does it look like when it generated? I should stop console logging every single row now. I think that's excessive. Take me to the end. All right. So what do these look like? Great. So it's their super duper long geocodes. I don't know why I would slice it. I think that code is actually right. Wow, that's a good idea. All right, Kern's being nice on Twitter. Much appreciated. Why is this not clearing? Is there any way, like, I guess I'll just close it out and open it again? Put it like a Curran! Yo! So good to have people hanging out again. It's fun to live stream, but it's also fun to live stream when there's like people around, you know? We did do it alone listening to a podcast. All right, I can't read. Oh, I keep everything references the first element of an array, but I changed filter to find, so it's not an array. It's just the thing it should be. Can't read people per point. What do you mean? It's because I made my function dumb. Maybe that will work. Word, yes, indeed. All right, this is a good opportunity as any. Little update. So where we're at right now is we have our map rendering, as you saw before, all pink and beautiful. And what I want to do now is I want to make little dots appear in the canvas. And so I'm sort of translating. I did a lot of the code already in Observable. I'm kind of translating that code into view methods and sort of fixing things as I go along. And I'm also frustrated that it's really slow to load, but solving one thing at a time. So we have census data by geocode. What I'm trying to do right now is that when I make my shapes, I also do a thing where I generate the density and I make b dot points the density. And so I'm trying to make it so that shapes with data has a points object and a dot census object, but it keeps breaking and my fucking data is too big. So what are you gonna do? Tempted just, I might just close Chrome and open it again. All right, work. With your enormity, work. Huh. My little inspector map. I keep breaking the view inspector, and that's not fun at all. All right. So I'll just log shapes with data then. Console? Oh, that's not how you console log things. The robot's already breaking my brain because it does so much. Shapes with data. So this should, every object in this should have a dot census and a dot points. Oh, and it does have a dot points. I'm good at. That's awesome. All right, so how do we draw our points in the canvas? Let's try and demographic data. A graphic. This notebook is so enormous. So this draws the county lines, but we want this draws dots for each point. That is what we want to do. So where do I render my canvas? Draw demographic map. Okay, great. So this is my outlines. Wow, this is so much. I'm gonna get rid of this code I don't use because it's already so long. Alright, here we go. FD dot points. Oh, I need to put this inside the for each. All right, there's a bunch of things that don't exist yet. So let's get rid of this stuff. Demographic point size. This can be this demographic point size. I don't need two cursors anymore. Only one cursor for me, please. Let's add it to data. It says we'll do 0.2. And then this is what I was saying before, right? So GitHub Copilot's auto writing this comment, size of demographic points, like, that's exactly what I'm talking. Is that a good comment? Because the robot, like by definition, if the robot can write it, that's not a good comment. Size of demographic points. Whatever. Fuck it. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it does. Great job, robot. Let's solve our issues. Projection is not defined. Pretty sure it is. What is that? 232, 21. This dot projection. What else is going on here? Context is not defined, but it is. Oh, and dot opacity. This dot opacity. I bet. We'll see if GitHub Copilot figures this out. The dot opacity is 1, and what is it? It's the opacity of the demographic points. Excellent work, robot. Love it. Gotta love it. All right, that was weird. Did you guys see that? Try and reload. I need a better place for this window. What the fuck is that? What have I done? I made a tremendous mistake. This stream is me tweeting. I apologize. Look, so I pay Twitter $2 a month for this feature of when I send a tweet, it gives me like 30 seconds to think about my tweet. I think it's worth the money. All right, so let's republish this so we have the latest. I don't think I broke anything. This is obviously not what we want, and let's investigate why that's happening. It's because we're drawing our shape after we do the fill style here. So that makes sense. Let's stop doing any fill. Or that's not true, actually. I wonder if removing that will make it all pink. It should. Stuff tiny bit smaller so I can understand what I'm doing. And not console log anything. Soul log. All right, that fixed it. So let's see. Is that like happening after I draw my points somehow? Doesn't make a ton of sense. Either way, let's really just comment all this out, because that's not related to drawing dots. All we care about right now is drawing dots, and they're not exactly dots. They're little tiny rectangles, but what are you going to do? So come on, dots, let's go. Path is assigned but never used. Well, get the fuck over it. How do you turn this off? It's an ESLint thing. ESLint rules. No one bears. Yeah, off. Turn it off, GitHub Copilot. That's what I say. And restart the server. I might make more tea and take a break in a second. Okay, so there's no more pink anymore. There's also no more dots. I miss the dots. All right, we can start by just making our dots enormous. Always a great place to start. Dot demographic point size, 10, please. Hard to ignore 10 pixel by 10 pixel dots if they exist at all. All right, get rid of these console logs. Oh, we do have dots. Look at that. Look at that. Fun. So much fun. Tweet that stuff now. Get and like some of my tweets. Love it. Love it. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So my dots are showing up, and they're underneath, they're in the canvas underneath the SVG. So you still get your lines on top of them, even though it looks super weird. So let's make them not 10, but 1. Make them 1. Just realizing I have to make a second canvas map. Just going to make this so complicated. But look at this. We have our dot density map. How far are we into the stream? 55 minutes? I might be good at everything I do. Good at live streaming, good at my job. Saying all this is going to jinx everything. But basically, this is what I was going for. This is the process I wanted to capture of like, now we have the dot density piece going and we're combining the outlines from the SVG with the canvas. So let me turn this off again. Visibility hidden, right? So this is just the canvas by itself, and it's sort of laying underneath the SVG. And if we turn the SVG back on and turn off the canvas, hidden, the SVG is just the outlines of the county shape. But what's cool about that is that you get touch events in SVG that you don't get in canvas. So should you want to click and zoom to any point, the SVG, in my opinion, it's way easier to handle those things because the SVG knows like what point you clicked on, essentially. Not the point within that like we just drew, but like which feature you just clicked on. So I think combining the best of those two worlds is really, I don't know, it's a really powerful pattern that I'm excited to keep playing with. So on that note, when I come back, what we need to do we basically have one of our two maps going. So we have our demographic map going now in view. But the next piece that we need to get going is one of my favorite things in D3 and in coding in general, but a simulation, a D3 force simulation. So when I come back, I guess we'll get the force simulation started. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish that tonight, but let's give it a shot. I'm having fun tonight, making progress. Thanks everybody for hanging out, saying nice things. I appreciate all of you. I'm gonna make some tea. I'll be back in like, 5-10 minutes. See ya. BRB. Nope, my button doesn't work. right, party people, we're back. My hair looks crazy. Let me fix it. Freaking lunatic. All right. Headphones on. Little self check. All right, we're doing great. So, back. Made a fresh tea. Cheers. Also made toast. Pretty excited about my toast. It's an ambitious bite of toast. So, what are we doing? Well, we have a dot density map going. It's pretty sick, but what we don't have going is our sweet wind simulation. And there's like 3 or 4 moving parts on this, so we'll see how close we can get. The first and the most simple thing is we'll make ourselves a simulation. It's going to be null. And then we'll make it unmounted once all of our things are made. And let's make it in its own method. Make a force simulation. Don't have anything. This dot simulation. 3.force layout, I think. Let's see, force sim. No, force simulation. And then we have all these fun. Oh yeah. Freaking GitHub Copilot knows about that. This is actually not pretty intelligent. It's like a pretty smart suggestion, but that's not exactly what we want. We'll do all these things, but the X and Y we're going to comment out and add back in later. In my podcast. Hang out. I'm chilling out. I'm hanging out. I got a chill vibe. It's like 10 p.m. We're just making cool stuff, writing fun code. No pressure. See if we have a simulation. an inspector. And my data being too big for the view inspector is kind of ruining my life right now. Let's figure out what that's about. Oh, let's. Right. Let's make a simulation. Excuse me. Make a canvas. Excuse me. Let's make a canvas with graph equals simulation canvas. Seems I have broken everything. Well, we're back. I guess let's make a draw force simulation. Here's one Copilot can really shine. Let's give it a shot. So our canvas is going to be this dot refs dot. Does anybody remember what I named this canvas? Simulation. All right, what's our context? Yeah, that's right, Copilot. What's our context? Love it. Now what? Great start. Love it. What now? Draw the points. Love it. Bit of a cop out. Bit of a cop out. All right. I see what you're driving at though. So let's make it draw points. I'll play. Draw points for the first in context. Yes. Okay, they can be red. I don't know why they're paths. Oh, you're making them arcs? Cool. Love it. What now? That's it. Cool. So draw the force simulation, you clear the canvas, and you draw the points. Makes sense to me. It's not demographic point size, though. Yeah, just do 10. We'll do sim point size. And it's going to be in simulation settings. Simulation settings dot sim point size. Do 10 to start. That's the lucky number for things actually working and showing up. Let's check Twitter. A little Twitter break. Nothing much going on. I guess we never call it. Oh, and we do, I guess, when we make the simulation. Do this dot simulation on tick. We'll do this dot. What do we call it? Draw force simulation. Give that a shot. Also, it has no nodes. So how do we make the nodes for this force simulation? Force sim dot nodes. You just do this dot simulation dot nodes. I'll just do it right here. This dot simulation nodes. These stats. Simulation nodes. That's a data point that I'm gonna make, I guess. Simulation nodes. I forgot how you make a bunch of nodes. That isn't what I want. Copilot does not know what I want right now. I guess let's see where that XML file goes. It goes wind data raw XML. All right, we don't need to go through that whole process. Let's just make some nodes. Let's just make 3 by hand, like cool people. So there should be like 3 nodes in there, and right now they're 10 pixels. Let's make them freaking enormous. 50 pixels. This clear rect should happen in the draw. So do we have canvas in the DOM at least? I suspect we do, but might as well check. We should have two canvases, two canvi in our SVG. Ooh. Okay, so our simulation's running. Just not happy for some reason. No R. Had more snacks. So unhappy. Nodes. Okay, is it not? It doesn't like my nodes. I bet I didn't. I'm not calling one of my many functions involved in making this force layout. Make simulation nodes. Hey, we got circles. They're stuck in the top left, but boy, are they there. That's what the people want to see. Forced center points on canvas. Can you do it? Not bad. Not bad, GitHub Copilot. I like that it gave it a strength too. That's kind of fun. Didn't work though. Didn't work. Your code didn't work. Because that's not how you do that. You have the right spirit, but first darn it, where was I just now? You do. All right, your code was not as good as my code, but this is kind of fun. I'm not centering my nodes, which is making me extremely upset. It's possible it's not re-rendering. Like, I've never seen them move. Just check. Force. It. Mm, I don't know why I have another function for this. I bet that's Copilot inspired. Now every problem I have, I can blame on the robot. That's the best purpose for the robot, actually. Let me tell my genius plans. Love it. All right, so let's see how often draw points is being called. Also log drawn them points. That should be called over and over and over a bajillion times in the console. Once that happens, we'll be like, oh, wow. Like ticking. It only drew the points once. Did I stop the simulation somewhere like a dummy? Did I not start it? You might need to start it. I don't think you have to do that, and you shouldn't have to do that, but just in case. Yeah, it's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I can't start. It doesn't make any sense. Just give me the nodes, and then it starts being a simulation. All right, so it's rendering the simulation, but only ever once. Of course. On tick. I think I'm just going to pull this out of its own function. It doesn't make any sense that it's there. It's done. I tried to listen to Copilot, and that was a stupid idea. All right, once this podcast over, I might play some jams. My calendar says I need to go to bed in 33 minutes. I don't want to. It's not fun to me. Pardon? Canvas. This refs, that's simulation canvas. Well, if it doesn't exist, don't try and make it. Why would you do that? Well, our errors are gone. That's nice. All right, well, let's check our example and see how we did the tick there, because I swear to God, this is how you do ticks for simulations, but clearly I've misunderstood something. When it adds the nodes, it makes the alpha 1. Maybe that's the problem. Nodes, and we'll do .alpha 1. We'll do .tick. See what happens there. I'm looking for that ASOP sponsorship. Be looking forward to that. All right, so this is distressing to me. So now it simulated exactly 4 ticks instead of 1. 4 ticks. Why would that oh, 1 for each node? That's interesting. Let's turn off all of our fun settings and see if that makes it work more normally. You just want to see red circles all bouncing around. God dang it. Oh, hey! That was cool. That was kind of what I wanted. How do you end a path? Yes. It might be the begin path that's like ruining this, actually. We'll try this. Let's just get rid of both of these things and get rid of begin path. That's these errors from like hot loading incorrectly. What's going on Twitter? That's me. Just looking at my own Twitter and then photos my own face. Complete maniac, narcissist. Oh, that looks like it's working much better, but it's not clearing the canvas. So draw point, draw force. Shouldn't it be clearing it? Why? Why doesn't it clear the canvas like I'm telling it to? X, Y, width and height. So 0, 0, width and height, just like I did it. Context 0, 0, width and height. WTF, clear the rect. All right, I'm not picky. Fill rect 0, 0. That's right. and then do the stuff fill style display. Do that. Oh, it's because it's not this dot fill style, it's context dot fill style. That is kind of frustrating. How is it supposed to work? Context, yeah, context clear rect. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. All right, let's put some music on. I got like 20 more minutes in me, I think. Jam out. I don't really know. I mean, we got the simulation working. Let's get it working better. Oops. This might be playing out the wrong speaker. Yay. All right. So our first simulation is working. It's kind of whack. Kind of whack. Let's figure out what that's all about. It should be putting all of our three circles in the middle, and it's not. Oh. Easy fix. All right, I guess one thing we could do tonight is do the composite canvas, because that's the last piece of combining all these things. I can work more on the simulation tomorrow. But let's see if we can make it work the same way it does in the observable notebook, right? So where there is red, it reveals things on the demographic map. It's doing it, I promise. So wherever there's red, we use the destination in blend mode to make things only appear there. So let's see if we can make a composite canvas here. Make canvas for composite. Oh, so good, so good. I love, I'm way into GitHub Copilot. That shit rules. All right, so Let's just do a draw composite canvas. Draw composite canvas. All right, go ahead, Copilot. Yo, not bad, GitHub Copilot. Not bad at all. That's tremendous. All right, the only modification I'm going to make to the GitHub Copilot code is I'm going to change the blend mode. Let's see if I have that here. I just need to copy it. We're going to do, when you do the first image, whoa, no, you need to do the blend mode, and then when you do this will be start composite blend mode. Blend mode will not be multiply. It will be the one that works good. Destination in. All right, that was a lot of GitHub Copilot code. Where's the issue? Got a comma. I think we're added an extra one. I guess I'll take this. Don't need a one, but other than that, good. Let's see. We should have a composite canvas being drawn. We could also hide everything except for that. So we'll do it like this. Do style, ability, hidden. So the only thing we're going to draw is the composite canvas, just to see if that's working. And it takes forever to load, but it should be showing something by now. So let's change our blend mode. Well, it probably didn't get, I trusted GitHub Copilot a lot. Probably didn't get the image properly from the canvas. It takes a little bit more effort than that. No, it doesn't. Well, what is force demographic map return? So close. So close. Try that. It's been giving that error just when it has file reload problems, so I don't want to debug a problem that doesn't actually exist. All right, so we should be seeing something. All right, we have working by tab composite. So canvas. Grab that. We'll grab the context. right, let's break this out like I did in my other one. So how do I do this? You working? Yeah, that should be it. Yeah. See nothing. Maybe it's because visibility hidden is on? That doesn't make any sense, but yeah, we got our dots. And now, I don't know, let's see if we just hide them one by one. This is our composite. Display, none. Alright, that's not good. Display, none. Alright, yeah, there's nothing here. It does not seem to be compositing them properly. Wonder what that's all about. So let's just look at what these things return. What does demographic map canvas return? Demographic map canvas. What do you mean there's only one? No, there's definitely two. I think it's this one. Demographic map canvas. What does it return? Oh my god. What does make map return? Make map returns context.canvas. Okay, so that get context stuff was dumb. That was code I wrote. I added it in on top of what the pilot did. It might be the reason nothing's working. No. I think that's working. Maybe, no, I unhid these things, so. Let's try that. Gosh darn it. Why no worky? Composite canvas. It's got a width, it's got a height, it's visible. I could just try not clearing it and see if anything ever shows up there. Why does it call itself at the end of itself? That might be a bad sign. Simulation. That's probably why. I thought I was calling it every time the force simulation got drawn, but I was only ever calling it every time it got called, and it never got called, so that makes sense. There we fucking go. Okay, so this is a composite of the two canvases together. I love that. Let's put our rect again, because that was good. We're using our blend mode, but it's the wrong one. So let's turn our destination in, turn multiply off, and let's turn our SVG back on, because that shows our outlines. But right now, we're keeping these other two canvases hidden and only showing the composite canvas. I like that. That's a lot of fun. So you can see the red areas. I want to add... See, now I want to add little checkboxes in the view, and it's not as easy. Maybe it is as easy. Let's give it a little shot. So let's try to recreate what would be a checkbox in view. We'll call it div canvas. We'll call it will be the canvas visibility checkboxes. Wonder if we like use view v model and make a checkbox for a graphic map canvas visibility. Post the comment and then do it. Yes, 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 so good. Use model to create visibility check boxes for all canvases. Can you do it? Yeah, that's the one we have now. That's the one we have now again. No, they all have different names. All right, it was worth a try. I'll just do it myself. I don't need to write comments for robots to read. Do my bidding. Do it for simulation canvas. This and then actually. All right, and one more. This will be what we call this demographic map SVG. That's not really the right name for that, but I'll change it later. Demographic. We'll just call it SVG. SVG map visibility. Oh, I should make data things for all of those. Yeah, that is what I want. Oh, see, that is fucking useful. That's a that was handy. That was really cool. So it made the default visibility all true. That's exactly what I want. It has my 3 checkboxes that are unlabeled. Yes. Label. I do that for all of these. Checkbox. Yeah, dude, not bad. And then last and finally, label for the checkbox. Hit me. Dude, pretty good. Pretty good. Now, let's just hook up our visibilities to... All right, check this shit out. So we're gonna, this is view stuff. So in style, we're gonna give it an object. Visibility. Yes, so good. Now let's do this to all of them. You know what? I am a big fan of GitHub Copilot. That rules. Oh, that's the actually that one should go on the one below it. Should go on this one. All right, this is cool. So you can hide the demographic map. That should almost not be an option. I guess the only one you really care about is the simulation, and the composite is always there. This demographic map, that will be false. So good. All right, sick. Simulation running, all right. Why is demographic still showing? Oh, fuck. It's because I wrote my styles wrong. They're a little like this. I'll just try and do them all at once to see if we can do that. So if it's true, it'll be visible. If it's not true, it'll be oh, I forgot my question mark. That's how you do ternary arguments. It's crazy. My headphones are on like full blast right now, and my neighbor is sitting outside in his car, like directly on my door, blasting his music in a way I can hear it through my headphones, which is insane to me. Literally working at like 10:57 at night with my headphones on and somehow still bothered. Like that's I don't know what to do at that point. All right, this fucking rules. So you can show the simulation. Please work vModel. Checkbox doesn't even work. Oh, it might not be. All right, it might need to be added to the top. Like the C-index stuff. C-index 2. White border bottom. All right, maybe now I can click on my buttons. Z-index 2 million. Because the background is white, so it's clearly it's underneath. I guess that's not great. Position should be absolute. Anyway, whatever. Show simulation. Yeah, there we go. So you can see, that's actually pretty cool. You can see where the red dots are. Turn them on and off. Cool, this is pretty good progress for tonight. All right, let's make a little screen recording and then we can sign off for the night. Let's hit record, 5, 4. It's gonna take longer than that to load. I should trim this video. There we go. That's it right there. All right, let's try it. Encode that for Twitter, post a little tweet, and then we are done. 10:59 p.m. Gotta love it. Donde está Twitter? All right, let's see. Screenshots. Most recent one. Wants me to encode it for Facebook, but oh, I'm encoding it for Twitter. Twitter 720p. Match the source size, please, and encode. All right. Okay. So, excuse me. All of the players. Thanks to everyone who hung out is kind of a stupid thing to say because I don't know who came to hang out really. But whatever, I still appreciate you. It's a true statement nonetheless. And let's add our video to the tweet. Make sure it uploads, and then we are good for the evening. All right, guys. It was a pleasure. Change to my earnest screen. Where is it?